we could just, kill one of us, see what happens, and then I could bring us back.
All right. Yeah. I also you could also cast prophecy.
Yeah, or I could just cast prophecy and see what happens if one of us dies. But that seems
Because
like
prophecy is like the shortcut for actually doing it in the
it
time,
is.
right?
It is.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. Next time I cast that, that'll be one of my questions.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Trent.
Right, I have to bathroom real quick, so I'll be right back.
Mhm.
You can deal with Trent or Trevor. No, Trent.
You know what? We need to call Cherish anyway.
All right. Yep. Go for it.
right.
Cherish is like a secretary of the Pinnacle, right?
She's the provost to the hierarch, so yeah,
Okay, right?
higher than a secretary.
Yeah, secretary in chief.
She's the vice president.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right, like I said. Anyway, because I mean, like, what is the vice president? Anyway.
Exactly.
I feel like we owe her a phone call and ask her a couple of things.
All right.
And also, we would like a real expert on mind and/or crime and/or both and/or maybe one of each to come take a look at this kid.
Sure. Yeah. Are you gonna do this in your sanctum?
Sure.
And are you gonna do it on Thursday?
I'm gonna.
Probably the day after you figured out you're confirmed the battery thing.
I will make a phone call on Thursday,
Okay.
and then whenever is convenient for them.
She picks up on the first ring,
Oh God. Okay.
and I roll every time you guys call someone. I roll a d100 to see like the availability of them, and I rolled very high or very well on this one. 2%. So she says, "Yes, Amadine, how may I help you?"
Hey there. If you got a few minutes, I guess we've got some developments I'd like to share.
I do have a few minutes. Yes, I'd be interested to hear them. Is this something that we can talk about? something similar to this. It is a... Well, it resembles a method of slavery that is done by the seers. Don't know the specifics or how they manage it, but this a person subservient and subsistent on mana.
Right, something only that their owner can provide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There are accounts of such workers or drones, whatever you want to call them, being used in seer temples and other facilities.
Doing the mundane tasks.
Yes.
Sounds like a fun life.
We could examine him further and try and determine the cause and if it can be reversed. Well, we have people who can look into it at the very least. And you see him, he kind of glances over to Cherish, who needs confirmation. And perhaps review his memories and see if there is any information that can be gleaned from about this Celesti.
Yep. Yeah, one of the things he
One thing is what?
me.
Are you there, Weston?
Yeah.
They
Oh,
cut out.
okay. You cut out in that sentence.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, one of the things that he mentioned was feeding the Celesti information on himself somewhat regularly.
Using him as a spy of sorts.
So, and does he do that when he goes catatonic, or does just that during his sleep when he dreams?
That's what he said. He at least what Trent thought was happening.
Okay.
Okay, which I guess actually is a not keep.
Sorry, what did you say?
I guess which is another really cut out again.
Yeah.
Which is another really good reason for us to not keep him around our place, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it is like during sleep time magic, you know, that's a problem.
Yeah, so Vigil and Umbros both like exchange glances and nod, and Umbros says, we will set a trap in Hazaneros and see if the Celesti returns.
I'm sorry, what's the word? You said Oneros?
Yes, the astral space with that is connected to his mind.
Okay. Oh, right, we've been to ours.
Yep.
How many words?
Then Cherish speaks says, "Thank you for bringing this to our attention. It was definitely it was a good solve on your part, and even if we can't find out any information about any additional information from him, he will at least be free of this Celesti's machinations, and we've deprived him of a pair of eyes into our plans."
Man, yeah, if I knew he was a spy, I would have done this a long time ago.
Spies lie in many unforeseen places.
Mm-hmm.
Cherish speaks again. While we're on the subject, looking over to Gray, have you been able to make any progress with your seer connection?
I have not received any response. Right?
No, not that you're aware of.
Yeah. At least not in any of my normal channels. I could try and not necessarily force a meeting, but speed things up.
Well, we have some reinforcements from Albuquerque here. More mages in the city to keep a vigilant eye on the borders. There have been no signs of incursion at the moment, but we must remain vigilant.
Yes, I will keep you informed as soon as anything changes.
That's good to hear. In any case, we can take this this trench off your hands if you'd like, and make sure that he is looked after. And I assume that you would want to know if we find out anything more about his condition or information.
Yes. Yeah.
That can be arranged.
Peculiar situation.
Quite peculiar. Was that all?
Yes, as far as I know.
Yeah.
I guess. No, I have nothing.
Yeah, that's all concerning Trent. But if you had some time later, I would have some inquiries about a particular tome.
She nods and says, "Very well, I have time now. I believe that's everything then, Vigil." And looks over. And he kind of gives her a long look and then just sort of nods and walks out.
Is that the one that doesn't talk?
Yeah.
Is that the one that read my mind?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I like him. I give him a nod when he leaves.
He gives you a nod in response. And him and Umbros, his speaker, both step out of the room. And Cherish looks back to you and says, yes, I believe I know of the tome you speak.
Yes. We believe that we have found a clue to what it contains.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's half and half. The more we find out, the worse it is.
Yeah.
So what part of that are you going to share?
Yeah. Let's see.
Let me know when you start to feel insane. Then we're gonna stop talking.
Right.
All right. So I break down most of everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Although perhaps we owe Jericho
mm-hmm.
not telling where he's hiding.
Right. Yeah. I do not divulge any of his locations.
Okay. So you break out the short of it, like the entity and its general nature.
Yep.
Yeah. Like. Yeah. The monster in Tanya's head is also in the book, I guess.
Oh, well, that sounds pretty bad.
Yeah.
I'm not as well versed in denizens of the abyss as Vigil or some of his associates are, but from the sound of it seems like we're dealing with a abyssal entity of very high rank.
Unfathomable power.
Yeah.
My best guess would be rank, at least more than rank 6, perhaps even an Anunnaki.
Turn it up to 11, baby. Kidding.
Wow. So those are the first time I heard that word and that rank.
It's generally, well, rank 6 is a general classification for creatures that are beyond a mage's power to normally summon.
Oh, so we're talking Cthulhu?
Yes, and the Anunnaki are gods of the abyss, to put it succinctly.
So this Voldemort asshole is trying to summon up either a god or
Something unfathomably
unfathomable.
powerful.
Unfathomably powerful. Okay. Fucking why?
Well, the Celesti worship the abyss.
Oh.
This
so
would
why doesn't
be-
he just go there? It seems like so much less work.
There are theories to their various philosophies. Again, Vigil would know them better, but I have heard that some Celesti believe that they have to, if they succeed in fully corrupting our world, the material world, with the abyss, then they can create some new world aligned with whatever their twisted minds believe to be.
No, all that's gonna happen is he's gonna summon this monster. The monster's gonna eat our world, and that's it.
I believe that is much more likely, yes.
Yeah, these damn idiots just think they're gonna play any part in these beings' plans. No, nothing. They're just the fucking way in.
It would be a lot simpler if they simply traveled to the abyss and were consumed by it.
Yeah.
The abyss likes its agents in our world. They help spread. Case in point.
That guy's gonna get turned to fucking paste instantly when that thing shows up.
Right.
In any case, I agree with your assessment that the tome we spoke of is likely involved in this, and I think that were this Celesti to acquire this tome, we would have no hope.
Yep. Yeah, because it occurs to me that the vampire was in possession of this and had Tanya try. Well, let me see here. 2 + 2 =. Give me a minute. It occurs to me that the Celesti probably doesn't know of this particular tome, or if he does know of it, that he doesn't know that we have it. Right? Because the vampire used Tanya to try and stop us, but also the Celesti was trying to encourage us to keep going.
He needs us at the end of the prophecy to do something. And I don't want to just keep doing the things we're supposed to be doing for him.
Well, in any case, if you believe that he does not know of it, then we should endeavor to keep it that way.
Right.
I will tell you that I have secured it in a location
Good.
which only I am able to access and only I know of. And I have not told anyone else about it, because I did some reading of the future and determined that was the best possible scenario.
Yeah. Yep. Well, good. Yeah, like the only reason that I have to think that he doesn't know that we have it is because if he did know that we have it, I expect he'd be trying to murder us for it.
Like, actively.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Okay.
Well, I guess unless he needs us for whatever thing, whatever. Ah.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks not being the fucking the GM here, because that's what he is. He has plotted this.
He's
for-
like, I've been planning this for decades.
Mhm. And we have to try and figure out what he's planning and what we can do to alter his plans.
Yep. And so far, we've only found out is that we're not allowed to know the rules to his game.
Mm-hmm. Or we go insane.
Right, because knowing the rules is a victory condition for him.
Yeah. How the fuck does that work? Oh, you're trying to cheat? Well, I win.
This is how you present a challenge to a group of characters with impossibly powerful abilities.
Yep.
You just make an impossible challenge.
Yep. You make it so if they somehow do figure it out, they lose. Ah, fuck. So we have to figure it out without figuring it out? Yeah. How the fuck do you do that? Or we gotta beat it without even knowing how to beat it. Okay.
One last thing before you go, assuming that that's the only other thing you had to tell me. I suspect we may be having some tenuous alliances with some local mages with the increased pentacle presence. Some of the locals I know do not enjoy being affiliated with us. Would prefer to be left alone.
Talking about Ophelia?
I am not sure about individuals exactly. You know more about the locals than I do. So I just wanted to make you aware of the possibility of a complicated situation. In the event of such a thing, I believe you are likely the most qualified for mediation, given you can draw your awakening roots to this city, and you are also affiliated with us.
And we did, negotiate between mages and vampires.
Indeed, you have an established rapport with most of the locals, which my people lack.
And here our side quest to meet all the local mages was
Yeah. Bears fruit.
Yep.
All right.
Well, maybe if you'd get out there and mingle with the people more often.
I wish I had the time, must I?
I guess this is our day-to-day has just led us to that. So.
Yep.
Well, I wish you good luck in your future adventures, and if you have any more information or need anything else, you have my number.
Yes, I do.
Yep.
No matter what it is.
Yep. Yes, and if any of us ever thinks of a way to safely view the tome, do let us know.
I mean, the best thing I could think of is I do a hung spell that triggers at when you go insane, so that way you could see as much as you can and maybe retain it or maybe transcribe it or something until it's just too much to handle, and that way we get a glimpse, and then we do that again and get a little bit more of a glimpse and do that again and get a little bit more, and then eventually we piece it together like a fucking puzzle.
Right, but then when you see the whole puzzle, does it also trigger insanity?
Right, yeah. Or
the more information you know, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
Regardless of how you acquire the.
So maybe we different people know different parts.
Maybe.
We get spread out the pieces enough.
Yeah, we get 20 people all knowing one item of information.
Or 5 seems to be a magic number.
Yeah. But and then when we go to like to share the info or something, you know, like this person can't talk to this person because then too much gets shared. Like, and then now both of those people go insane. But like this person can share the info with that person because it's not enough to turn you insane. So now these two are like team A, these two are team B, and then solo party goes and does something. I'm just saying, like, so, I don't know. We gotta figure it out, and that's just spitballing. We're gonna do a Guardians of the Galaxy thing. Spread up the power.
All right. All right. Well, if we think of something more concrete than that, we'll let you know, I guess, Josh.
Very well.
I don't see you guys coming up with fucking
Good
anything. And I leave all like just.
Just like sighs a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Yeah. So there's that. The Tom Trent situation is more or less resolved. And that's Thursday. So that would bring you to Friday. And I guess since we're kind of running down to the end of the session here,
And I gotta go soon.
yeah. What do you guys want to try and do next?
Werewolves? No, never. We're never gonna do werewolves. I just figured we have to end each session saying we're gonna do werewolves, and then we don't.
And then just do something else?
They get completely like wailing.
Yep. Man.
So I mean, how much time has gone? Like, you know, is the time spread? Are we gonna be close to my mansion thing or my museum?
You could, yeah. So currently, you guys recover a point of willpower from
Oh yeah.
the night.
I'm max anyway.
So currently, it's Friday, May 25th. So next Wednesday would be your mansion thing.
Okay. So we've got.
So you could just skip to that as the next main sort of occurrence.
Okay, that's just an always good option. But
And then there's the werewolves and looking into the Mists of Destiny thing.
So should we set up a me and Amadine thing, and or like, because if it's werewolf, if it's just me and Cash, we'll do werewolves, and then if it's just me and Amadine, we should do, you know, X, and then if it's all three of us, we should do that dreamscape thing.
The Mists.
The Mist, sorry, yeah. That's my vote. I think we should kind of
There.
just, if it ends up being you and me, Weston, we should decide on something to do. Because yeah, if it's gonna be me and Austin,
Yeah.
we'll just do werewolves.
Sorry, what's the mist things you guys are talking about?
So we were gonna go deeper into our minds, weren't we?
You were gonna try and figure out more information about your past selves, I believe,
Oh, right.
and you decided to, as it, like the course of action to do that was to explore different emanation realms that are related to you guys to see if they're like to your sort of
Sure. Okay.
nature, I guess, your path. And the one of the ones that you learned about, you thought was a good opportunity, was the Mists of Destiny, which is an emanation realm of time and space, I think. Space. It is destiny. Space and fate, probably.
So I guess that is something. I mean, just because of the magics, it's more me and Cash, but at the same time, it's something for all of us.
Yeah.
Right.
Your proposed. You researched it and you found because emanation realms have like the entrance to them is at specific points in the world that are like closely related to the nature of that realm. and one of the the points that you thought likely for the mists was Stonehenge. So
Yep.
that was why you're gonna go over there.
Yep, I remember now. Because I hit it
Oh,
all.
sure.
There's a picture in Roll 20 chat of Stonehenge and whatnot. So I'm like, yeah, what the hell is all this shit?
Oh yeah, Misty Stonehenge.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, that last picture posted. That's where we were gonna go
Yep,
to go get into the mists.
that was the curveball you guys threw at me last session.
Yep.
I had prepared for it.
And then no
Yeah.
Austin.
Yep.
I mean, I was ready to go, but I figured that.
You guys still could have done.
And I bet you got this fucking werewolf thing just ready now. Like, oh, I don't even care how they go in. They go in at night, at day. They go in with a tank. I don't give a fuck how they go in. I've got this thing ready.
Yeah, why do we care about the? Yeah.
I was just gonna go fucking talk to
See what their
them.
deal is. I
Was it
think
like a plan B for if we couldn't find Jericho?
Yeah, was mess with the werewolves and about him and like see if they know where he is, and then in the house, like we would just go take care of them because the house didn't like him. There was reasons, and then I wanted to go fucking talk to them about that movie getting made, and make them a deal about stuff like, hey, if I wreck that movie, things, I don't know what, let's talk kind of thing.
what does Jericho's notes say?
Because I just want to wreck that movie for my own personal reasons. And I figure telling the werewolves about it and getting them, like, getting a favor or, like, in good with them would be worth it.
The only established local force that you guys haven't
Yep.
really interacted much,
Right.
or at least the one that you're aware of.
Yep.
Yep.
So,
Because like
a
I
lot
don't
of it's
know,
personal. Just for fun.
we're on like barely neutral terms with the vampires.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, with
it was a little bit tense there with Tenekai, but you know that toned down after you did your thing.
Yeah.
and we were able to talk with like the heads of the vampire union, that was cool.
Yeah, you had a conversation.
Yeah, and true to our word, we left them.
We left what?
And true to our word, we left them alone after.
Yeah, we fucked up Tenekai, prevented the war, and like, cool, we're done. You guys keep being bloodsuckers. A virtual plague on humanity.
Yeah. Although maybe we do need to
Find what?
find his assistants.
Mm.
Tenekai's minions.
Yeah.
They could be anywhere at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. Well, like that's gonna stop us. Like.
Anywhere.
I'm not saying you couldn't find them. I'm just saying it's not going to be easy.
Where are they? The moon? That's no problem.
There's vampires on the moon.
Yep, that's the next campaign. Moon vampires.
God.
Because it's dark up there all the time.
Well, sort of.
It's worse, I would say, because like there's no place to hide when the sun comes out.
Well, the other side of the moon. It's not that big. They could constantly be circling it.
Just run over.
Yeah, you can get the vampires with celerity. They're always on the.
Yeah.
They're always just marching and on a patrol
Oh, that
on the
would
moon.
be the worst, though.
Constant.
You just
Man, there was a Star Wars book like that where there was like a planet that was too hot and they had a mobile walking base that was always on the shadowy side.
oh yeah.
Well, they've got that in the Chronicles of Riddick too.
Indeed,
That melt
the Twilight Zone.
the planet that melts every time the sun shows up, and then it's like so whenever the sun
Oh,
literally
yeah.
just
It has an eccentric orbit. Whenever it gets close to the sun, it melts.
it just fucking it cooks like all the rocks, just the surface of the planet basically just gets set on fire every time it circles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I think I saw that movie.
and they have to outrun the sunrise.
Right.
I love that scene. It's really good.
Is that the same movie as the one with the night creatures that are scared of the light?
No, that's the sequel.
Okay.
Pitch Black is the first one with the creatures scared of the light, or it hurts them and whatnot.
Right.
And then Chronicles of Riddick is when he goes on and becomes like fucking space warrior.
Alright. Yeah, I should see those again.
No, yeah, they're good. He's making another one like in the works, but I think he was trying to get money from that Bloodshot superhero movie to make it. So, if that did well enough, the new Chronicles of Riddick will be coming out soonish. We'll see.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because didn't he like buy the rights to that franchise
Yeah,
in exchange for like a cameo in the?
yeah, he's got a lot of. He's trying to get a lot of fingers in pies, just to make his own little like passion projects happen, which is kind of nice.
As a director.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, do we want to do an art heist with me, or do we want to go talk with the werewolves, or do we want to go try and track down Tenakai's people, or do we want to go into the mists without cash, which is fine. I'm kind of up. I'm for any of them. Like I said, the werewolves are just kind of for fun. I want to just go interact with werewolves, and I do kind of think that now maybe if I put myself in Gray's mentality, or Ash actually, not even Gray, if I go pre-mage and think about Ash, that might be what the art heist is. That might be the way of contact from my guy, from the FBI agent. He might have set that up for me to go rob it, so him and I can have a conversation incognito. Like that might be like a dead drop place, like when cops arrest their snitches to talk to them.
Maybe.
Like he might have. I'm talking. Yeah, I'm telling Amadine this. That like he might have set that up for me to go rob it so we can talk. So that might actually be more than just a personal errand.
Oh shoot! Yeah, sorry. I'm having vague memories of like you barely escaping through time from this dude when you were like robbing a painting.
Oh no, yeah, that was just a guy. I was walking around in the museum, and a seer happened upon me, and he wanted to fucking talk with me. I'm like, okay, cool. And we went in a room when actually we went through a portal or some shit.
Yeah.
And
bathroom interrogation portal.
Yeah. And he's talking to me for a while. I'm like, okay, I had enough of this, and I went to dip and barely got out.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, but will you remember this conversation yesterday?
Yeah. An hour ago.
Yeah.
Maybe they were.
Yep. And yeah, it didn't work. It was gonna be so amazing if it would have. My line was perfect. But so I got out, and then like a few days later, I sent the guy that caught me originally, Peter Sellers, FBI guy, my way of communicating with him, saying that we need to talk, and that's pretty much it. And because I want to talk to him about the upcoming war and lay out the prophecy and tell him like, hey, can you get your guys to back off for a little while? There's bigger things going on at the moment, and I don't want to twist the hand of fate and make it happen. So I haven't heard back from him in a while, and that was what?
I want to say that was like a week and a half ago.
Okay, so and then that fucking art dude just moved in out of nowhere. So I'm thinking now that might be his way of contacting me.